Hiya Toon Fanatics, and welcome to Toon Corner. And today we'll be talking about the early TV animation era, or as most people like to call it, the Dark Age of Animation. It all started in the late 50s when television and movie theaters were in the battle of the media. William Hanna and Joseph Barbera formed the Hanna-Barbera production studio and made a show called Rough and Ready. Meanwhile, Jay Ward made a show called The Rocky and Bullwinkle Show. In the 1960s, cartoons were no longer seen in movie theaters anymore because of television. Disney has been proven successful with television ever since the mid-50s, thanks to shows like the Mickey Mouse Club, for example. And they also made films like Mary Poppins and The Jungle Book, for example. Unfortunately, during the production of The Jungle Book, Walt Disney passed away on December 15th, 1966. Hanna-Barbera have been proven successful with their characters like Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound, and shows like The Flintstones and The Jetsons. Jay Ward ended the Rocky and Bullwinkle Show in 1964 and made another show called Hoppity Hooper. And Total Television were making cartoon shows featuring their stars like Underdog and Tennessee Tuxedo, for example. In the 1970s, Disney was still making animated films, even though they were sort of struggling with Walt's death. They made films that are considered classics like Robin Hood and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, for example. Unfortunately, some of those films have also fallen into the category of critics being critics. Hanna-Barbera have been loving the success of the Scooby-Doo franchise. They made some cartoon shows where they got a bunch of random teenagers teaming up with rather like a shark or a car or a phantom, for example. But they also made cartoons as well that didn't really follow the formula, like Casper and the Angels, for example. And Filmation was making shows like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, for example. From the early 80s to the mid-80s, majority of the cartoons were rather based off of live-action movies like The Real Ghostbusters, or based off of toys like He-Man and Transformers. But there's also been exceptions like the Smurfs, and later on, Mighty Mouse The New Adventures. Disney was still making films. They made films like The Fox and the Hound and The Great Mouse Detective, which are considered classics, although sometimes some majority of their films have actually fallen into the category of critics being critics during that time, even to the point where they have gone to an award ceremony with one of their films called The Black Cauldron, and they've been beaten out by the Care Bears. But in 1988, animation was changed forever, thanks to the success of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. In other words, Roger Rabbit ended the early TV animation era. And the question of the day is, what is your favorite TV show? Just let me know in the comment section down below. Feel free to leave any requests. And I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.